Hey there, shooter. On this episode of Shooting Science, we are going to take a closer look at the Beretta 30X Tomcat Get Home Bag. I did an unboxing of this gun last year, and not only was it my most watched video of 2024, I also received some feedback from viewers that there wasn't enough videos of this thing on YouTube. So I'm here to change that. After shooting it, we're going to take it apart and look at how this gun has fared over its first 250 rounds. First of all, since I got the gun, I got this Beretta case for it because it comes with a cardboard box. So I wanted this case to be able to store the gun in. So after 250 rounds, this is what it looks like. I will say too that after shooting 250 rounds through it, it definitely has started to become more accurate. The recoil on it is pretty low, so it's pretty easy to shoot off the rip, but it definitely gets more accurate the more that you shoot it as it breaks in. The trigger is still super nice. It's metal, all metal components in there, so it's got a nice light feel to it. Make sure nothing's in there. There's the take up. Watch this. So there's the trigger. See, it stops it there now. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put a little snap cap in there. See how it resets it to there? Nice light trigger pull. Okay, now, before we take it apart, let's look at some footage of my most recent range visit with this gun and see how it's been shooting. For rounds 200 through 250, I was using this box of PMC Bronze 32 ACP. And as you can see here, this gun is now shooting smoothly and cycling properly. I'm not getting any misfeeds, stovepipes, anything like that. The recoil is nice and low. It's not trying to jump out of my hand, and I'm able to control it easily, even though I have big XXL sized hands. I tell you what, this thing is fun to shoot. And here's the last group that I shot right before I left the range, hitting 250 rounds through this Beretta 30X Tomcat. I got to get used to that. This 30X Tomcat does not have the ability to lock the slide back on the last round. There is no slide stop. As you can see here, this group was even better than any of the groupings that I achieved on my 32 ACP ammo test video that I did a while ago. All right, let's go ahead and take the slide off, because we're going to go ahead and clean this thing. And as we go, we will discover where the wear is happening on this pistol. And I'll show you that as well during this video. I will say after shooting it, the grips did come loose, so I did have to tighten them back down again, but no big deal. Pretty easy to take the slide off. One thing I will say about these 30Xs, the reason why you want to get this over an older Tomcat is because Beretta claims that this frame is 100% stronger. Okay, so I take that as like double. And the last Tomcat 3032 series could only fire bullets that were like 129 foot-pounds or less. And this thing is double that. You know, it'll fire these Norma 157 foot-pounds just fine, whereas this ammo would actually crack the frame of the 3032 or older Tomcats. So these are much stronger, and that is the main reason why you would want to upgrade your Tomcat, so you can shoot a bunch more different types of 32 ACP through it without the frame cracking. Pretty big detail there that most people don't know about. All right, so let's go ahead and clean it and inspect it for wear. So the barrel does have some extra wear on here now that I've shot those 250 rounds through it. And now I'm going to go ahead and take the grips off so you can see what it looks like underneath. So there's what it looks like inside. So when I pull the trigger, that's what it looks like. All right, let's take the other side off. This one is going to be a little trickier to remove around all these buttons. Well, that one was loose. Definitely do this over some foam or a paper towel or something, because those screws love to run away. Yeah, that one you kind of have to pick up and then rotate a little bit out of the way, gently, to get it all the way off. So there's the internals there. It's kind of weird that there appears to be some condensation on this side, but not the other side. Interesting. Anyway, I'll go ahead and clean it all off now. Yeah, so when the safety is turned off, it looks like this. And when the safety is turned on, this little hook catches onto that piece. And now the hammer can't go forward. And the grips do hold stuff in and on. See, there's a spring here that holds that on. So it's best to not play with this too much while the grips are off, because stuff might start flying off of it. But that's what it looks like. One thing that you'll notice too is now that I've shot some rounds through it, this is where some wear is happening, where the slides back across this area here. So I'm going to put some gun grease on that. It's on both sides. Look at that side. And in here too. But that's only going to make the gun shoot smoother and better. So don't worry about that. That's what it's supposed to do. And you can see back here as well, the silver finish has worn down to raw metal on the edge of that tip right there on both sides. You can see it right there. So before I put this thing back together, let me talk about some of the future plans that I have for this thing. So I'm going to keep posting updates every 250 rounds on if the pistol is doing anything different, if it's shooting smoother. So far it is. So far it's definitely getting better the more I shoot it. But what we're going to do next is suppress this thing. I am going to use a brand new suppressor for 2024. It is the Silencer Co. Spectre 9. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on here. The reason why I got that for this gun is that is a full titanium suppressor, and this is a very small gun. So I didn't want a big suppressor that weighed more than the gun that was going to tip the gun down. So we'll put that on and we'll do some testing with that. And I'll post that video later this year, hopefully in the next month or so. So stay tuned and look out for that video. In addition to the suppressor video, I'm also actually planning on doing a fun outdoor stage competition style video with the gun where I actually have to draw it and move and shoot at targets while moving. So look out for that video in the future as well. All right, now that I've got most of the gunk out of here, what I'm going to do next before I put it together is I'm going to apply a small thin film of gun grease to all of these high wear areas. That way the gun will continue to break in smoothly. I like to use this Pro Gold lubricant from Pro Shot Products. It's really old, but I think they still sell this stuff. One of these bottles or syringes will last you a really long time because you only need a little bit. I'm pretty sure this is a 12-year-old bottle of grease here, or syringe of grease, I should say. All right, we're just going to spread that out. These metal to metal areas that get worn out. Let's put some grease on the bottom of the barrel right here as well, since we can see that that is also wearing. And when you're doing this, it is a good idea to wear some gloves so that you don't have to clean all this grease off your hands, as it does stick to skin pretty good. All these weird worn areas on this too. I'm going to put a very light coat of grease on that. All right, let's put the grips back on. I'm going to do this side first since it's the trickiest. Well, that was a little easier than I thought it would go. The screws are the same length, so it doesn't matter which one you use for the top or the bottom. I like to get them snug, not tight, so that I can move the grip around, because there is some play in the grip as far as where you place it before you tighten down the screws all the way. That looks good. You could put some thread locker on there too, but I'm going to be taking these off and cleaning the gun often, and they really don't come loose super easily. Just put one of these in your range bag. Pretty sure this is a 2mm. I just got it out of my little Craftsman thing here, but just put one of these in your range bag in case it comes loose while you're shooting, or put some blue thread locker if you don't think you're going to be taking these off very often. Now for the other side. This side's much easier because there's nothing in the way. You can even pre-mount the screws in the grip. Just goes on like that. You just need to line it up the way you want it and screw it in. Pretty simple. See, there's a little play in that there. For some of y'all, it won't matter. You'll just screw it down randomly every time, but try to make sure it's all lined up on all the edges so that it's not crooked. There we go. Cool, let's put the slide back on. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go clean this slide real quick, and then I'll put it back on. Now that I've cleaned this slide up for the most bit, you can also see where the metal is rubbing. And again, I'm going to put some grease on that. And I'm also going to use one of these little pointy Q-tips to get all of the crud out of these channels in here. I even found some metal shavings in this crevice right here. So I want to clear all those out and let it continue to break in. And I'm just going to put a light coat of grease on both of these, in here, on there. Super light, so like a little dab, and then just rub it in with a glove all the way down. And that'll make the metal parts happy with each other, you know? On all these inner surfaces. All right, let's put it back on. Oh, you gotta pull the hammer back. And turn the safety off. There we go. All right, so you want to get it right about there. Go forward till this cross piece matches up in that notch. Push down. Now it's seated in there. That's it. You can put that on there. Let's put a snap cap in there real quick. Nice. And it's ready to go to the range again. All right, I hope that video was helpful for you. Let me know in the comments what you think, if you bought one of these, if you plan on buying one of these. And we will see you on the next video where I show what it can do with a suppressor. In the meantime, I will have some videos out on different guns and certain gun accessories. So stay tuned, and I'll see you on the next one.